We'll start with Alex up front here.
Talk about your mindset right now, potential adjustments for Game 2, and what the morale's like.
Morale's great. We're ready to roll. Our group all year, we've talked about a lot, has been outstanding at bouncing back from tough moments or a tough game or a tough way to end a game. I would expect that for us today. Win, lose, or draw, like these guys will turn the page and ready to get after the ball today. And, it's a different ball game. Yesterday we're facing Flaherty, today Yamamoto, a little bit of a different lineup we're going up against with Rodon. So, those things change the matchups a little bit, but we're excited to get after it tonight.
Third row straight ahead, Andy.
Just how did Nestor bounce back physically from the appearance last night?
I think pretty good. So we'll see. We'll see how he goes through catch play and all that, and so I'll talk to the pitching group and trainers and see where we're at.
Right behind Clinton.
In a game like that, there's a ton of decisions, and obviously it ends in a big way. But is there any one thing, not that necessarily cost you, but that you thought about and said, that's the one I might have wanted to have back?
Do I send Weave out with the lead for the third up in the ninth or in the 10th? That's the one, that certainly I can make a case for in my head. Now, I worry about a little bit that third up with them, and then where's that leave us, if that doesn't go according to plan. And I haven't done the third up necessarily with them, so that's the one. But the other ones, no, I would double down on.
Second row, left center, John.
In the aftermath of something like last night or Game 3 in Cleveland, is there something, do you address the team fully, or is it more unspoken and kind of how you handle the immediate aftermath of it?
Yeah, I hit a few guys and stuff. Guys said a few things when I loved the room last night right after. It's like, I think we did a lot of things really well. It was a great game to be a part of. I think there was an appreciation of that in there. And, these guys are like, hey, it's a tough one. We know what we're capable of. We'll bounce back tomorrow. A couple guys addressed that. And I liked what I saw in the room in the aftermath.
One row behind, Disha.
Aaron, Judge looks like he's missing some pitches that he would normally get to. Just what are you seeing from him right now at the plate?
I thought his last at bat, the trying at bat, was really good. It looked like Aaron when he's rolling to me. I thought he had really quiet takes, and Trinan's obviously about as tough a matchup as you're going to get, especially right on right. Thought he had really good looks at the slider, was slow, on time, and then got his swing off on the pitch he popped up. He just missed that. It's, as close as it is to Papa, that's close to being 450 straightaway center. So I really like that at bat from him, and hopefully that's something that kind of, jump starts him into today too.
Ron, right up front there.
Clark was in here a little earlier talking about his dad piloting the team plane and the player family plane.
Yeah.
What was it like when they let you fly the simulator in Atlanta?
It was great. It was really cool. And Mr. Schmidt said I did a good job, so got to land a plane, and he said this is very, very real. This is so. I was in there for probably 10-15 minutes flying, and then landing the plane and everything. So it was something, pretty fortunate to get the chance to do.
What airport were you landing in the simulator?
I think I was landing at LaGuardia. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We'll go to Jorge in the third row.
Have you decided on a Game 4 starter?
Luis.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why did you guys, I guess, take a little longer than sort of?
I didn't know we did.
We'll go to Tim and then Andy.
You've had Luis Rojas on your staff for a few years now. Do you think he should and or will get another shot to manage along the way?
Yeah. I know he's in the running. I think he did some interviews last winter. Louis, such a great baseball man, great person. I feel really, really blessed to have had him on my staff here for the last few years. So, yeah, I think that day will come for him again.
Go to Andy and then Max.
One more question about Judge's at bats. You're asked a lot about Judge in the postseason, or that's a topic because it's happening in the postseason.
Yeah.
But when he's cold, like a normal person for a week or two or whatever at a time, is this what his at bats look like? Is it like we're seeing a little more chase and maybe missing some pitches that he'd normally hit? Like,
yeah.
is
I
it
mean,
just
that's
what he looks like when he's a little cold.
Yeah, that's the nature of the beast of hitting. Just a little off timing wise or whatever. Yeah.
I'll go to your left, Max.
What is it that makes Jazz such a good base runner?
He's got great speed. I think he plays the cat and mouse game pretty good. He's at times when you think maybe he's not aware of things, like he's very in tune with what he wants to do and paying close attention to what's going on around him. But his speed is a separator.
When he gets on there with Trinan, who can be so deliberate to the plate, are you thinking that's a spot for him to do some damage in the 10th last night?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And, hopefully another one of the good things that, coming out of last night was Jazz getting a little bit settled. I thought having some really good at-bats, having a big impact, playing well in the field, because he's one of those guys that can be a game changer and take over a game for you.
About 6 rows back on your far right, Doe.
Canely is up to 56 straight changeups now. It's obviously a strength, but what do you think when you hear that, and what do you think makes it so hard for hitters to pick up and square up even when they know it's coming over and over?
Yeah, it's just the arm action and the movement of the pitch. He's really over the top, so rips it, and the arm speed throws you off. And, it just doesn't quite get there. Obviously Shohei put a good swing on him. But for the most part, when if he executes his changeup where he wants in the strike zone or chase and gets the right movement on it, it's even obviously guys are looking for it, is still very hard to hit just because the deception and the delivery and the arm speed.
Do you think you've been around an individual off-speed pitch like that that's so difficult even at such a frequency for hitters to pick up?
I didn't like facing Johan and his changeup because he really ripped it over the top and the arm speed, so you could look for it. It was still hard to gauge the speed of it.
We'll stay there with Sam and then Clinton.
Aaron, what was your impression on Yamamoto when you guys faced him in June, and what do you think the challenges will be for today?
I think he had one of his best starts of the year, stuff-wise especially. We noticed, it was, I forget now, but at the time it was like the first outing to that point that he had thrown more than one pitch over a certain miles an hour, and he threw like 20 of them. So the stuff was electric that night. I think he ended up getting hurt right after that. And I know it's been, he's had some dynamic ones here lately, and he's had some ones where it hasn't been as good. So we'll be ready for, I would expect it to be good. I'm sure he'll have a lot of adrenaline going, and, we got to take advantage when he's in the heart of the strike zone.
Clinton a couple rows ahead.
Sorry, one last thing about Jazz. Him at third base, he played shortstop coming all the way up. Where is he right now versus what you thought he was going to be once you made that decision to put him there?
Yeah, I think right away he was really good. Again, there's been some growing pains along the way, like, every now and then, just not having the experience of playing over there has shown up. But on balance, I would say, I don't know how many games he played at third, was it 50 games ish? I would say if you matched him up around the league and however you wanted to pan it out defensively, metric-wise or whatever, I would say he was near the top. Like, he was that good over there and has been that good over there. I think he's taken to it well. I think he's enjoying it. He's got a lot of skills.
Do 2 last ones. Jorge on your right, Aaron.
Giancarlo's last 4 home runs have been with 2 strikes. What makes him so good in that spot when other guys are cutting down their swing and 2-strike approach? What makes him so good there?
just on a good roll right now. You know, has a great plan at the plate for whoever he's facing and what he's looking for, and not missing when he gets a pitch.
Finish up front here.
Where's the state of bullpen for tonight after the usage in the game one?
Yeah, we're in good shape. You know, Garrett going into the seventh, you know, was pretty short for the most part with most guys. We've got us 5 outs, but was pretty pitch efficient, so we should be good.
Aaron, thanks so much. Appreciate it. We'll see you later.